Thank you, Jimmy. Love it. All right, let's get back to the markets. As we said, the Dow up nearly 500 points. Mike Lee joins us now. You know, Mike, earlier this morning, we got that read on inflation holding steady with consumer prices rising 2.7% annually in July, just below the 2.8% forecast. I mean, are you pleased with that?
Yeah, well, look, there was a lot of fear around this number, and
Yes.
there's this argument by the anti-tariff people that all of a sudden one of these numbers is going to be horrific and all of these tariffs, which are going to end the world. It's coming, you know, not in the last 10 data prints, but at some point it's going to come. It just wasn't this month. And so I think the market is kind of getting wise that these experts are not actually experts, and that kind of the entire thinking around tariffs has been wrong from the start. And they, you know, chalk up another W for President Trump and his administration.
So what does this do for the people who watch the Fed by the minute?
Yeah, look, like, I think the chances of us getting 25 basis points in September is gotten much, much higher.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd call it a lock yet, but like, you know, a year from now, I predict the front end will be down at least 100 basis points, potentially 150.
Wow. All right, I want to move on to a stock, CoreWeave. It reports after the bell today. What do you want to see?
Yeah, so what I want to see is a beat and raise on revenue. I'm not really necessarily worried about their earnings because CoreWeave's business model is to take NVIDIA GPUs and rent them out. So they rent them out and they make about 30% per year over the life of that GPU, and their cost of capital is somewhere between 10 and 15%, depending on, you know, the financing and the equity and the way that they put these deals together. So when your cost of capital is substantially less than your return on investment, you can basically make infinite money, right? That won't last forever, but that's kind of a summation of something John Malone talked about in the Cable Cowboys out west and how they built the cable industry. But they're gonna beat it substantially tonight. I think they're gonna have a massive raise. I think numbers are too low for the rest of this year and next year, and then going out to 2027, this company does north of $20 billion in revenue and a 60% plus gross margin, which means it should be, you know, in 18 months between a $400 and $500 stock.
Very good. Great summation. Mike Lee, thank you, Mike, for joining us. As you can see, CoreWeave down slightly, but Mike